Nnamdi Kanu, time for freedom and peace. This is coming from Adegboruwa, son. Last week, Senator Enyinaya Abaribe restated his offer to stand as a shorty for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Not long after, in the same week, Senator John Azuta was elected as the president of Organizing the Igbos still in the same week. The governor of Ondo State, Mr. Lucky, pardoned 60 prisoners as part of his 60th birthday anniversary. Some of the prisoners got their sentence commuted from death to life imprisonment. On that fully, the major task before Organize presently is to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu by all means necessary. Nnamdi Kanu became known as a British political activist advocating for the secession and independence of Biafra from Nigeria. He is the leader of IPOB, which he founded in 2012. The main aim of IPOB is to restore the defunct separatist state of Biafra, which existed in Nigeria's eastern region during the Civil War of 1967 to 1970. In no uncertain terms, Kanu propagates Biafran separatism. He is very popular among the Igbos, especially those within the middle class in his domain in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu was more of a thin god who commanded the respect and loyalty of the populace, and his words became law. He had a large following and was very effective in organizing the people for the actualization of the Biafra agenda. In the course of time, Kanu established the armed wing of Biafra, the Eastern Security Network, through which he was recruiting and training youths for the Biafra mandate. There were reported excesses within the fold of ESN, resulting in avoidable death, economic loss, and indeed a total the diversion from the lofty ideas behind the formation of IPOB. But this is not limited to Kano, as other regions of Nigeria have produced separatists too. Sometime in about October 18, 2015, it was reported that Kano had been arrested in Lagos State by Nigerian Secret Police, the Department of State Service (DSS). He was eventually transferred to Abuja, leading to protests across many states of the southeast. He was initially arraigned before the Abuja Magistrate Court, which released him on bail. Kanu was later arraigned before the Federal High Court, Abuja, where he was granted bail on health grounds. What followed thereafter became as controversial as the IPOB leader himself. Kanu disappeared from public view after his home was raided by the Nigerian military in September 2017, an event which led to the death of many IPOB members. In December 2020, Kanu announced that IPOB had organized the ESN, which was supposed to defend southeastern Nigerians from bandits and armed Fulani herdsmen. Kanu later gave all the governors of the southeast 14 days to ban open grazing, threatening to destroy ESN to enforce the ban if the authorities did not do so. This led to open confrontation with the Nigerian military, which commenced indiscriminate but illegal manhunt for IPOB and ESN activists. Despite this, Kanu maintained that IPOB was interested in a non-violent solution of the conflict, and that ESN was supposed to fight bandits, not the Nigerian security forces. Regardless, Nigerian authorities designated IPOB as a terrorist organization. and claimed that Kanu was inciting violence. I joined other Nigerians to denounce the tag on IPOB, given that other ethnic nationalities had their respective organizations, such as Mieti Allah, the Yoruba Nation, the Ijaw National Congress, etc. In June 2016, I filed a case at the Federal High Court, Lagos, in suit number FHC/L/CS/775/2016 against President Muhammadu Buhari, the Attorney General of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, and the Chief of Air Staff, seeking, among others, the release of IPOB members and for a declaration that pro-Biafran protesters are entitled to assemble together in any part of the country for the purpose of demanding for self-determination. I also prayed the court to hold that the police, the army, and other security agencies are not entitled to invade the gathering of pro-Biafran protesters or to shoot at them or to arrest and detain them. The reason for the suit and the point for the support for IPOB then was that it's no far as the agitation for Biafra meant an end to the marginalization of the Southeast, insofar as IPOB stood for a demand for inclusive governance and equity in the creation of states in Nigeria. They had my support, and I dare say that of many Nigerians. However, when such activism guaranteed or graduates to secession, killing of persons, and the general paralysis of the economy, it will only receive condemnation. On June 27, 2021, Kanu was arrested in Kenya by Interpol and extradited to Nigeria to face his trial for alleged terrorism, treason, involvement with bound separatist movements, inciting public violence through radio broadcasts, and defamation of Nigerian authorities. Kanu challenged his trial, but it was eventually upheld by the Supreme Court. I see Kanu's trial as purely political, given the initial lottery goals that baited IPOB as a movement, perhaps due to inexperience and lack of proper coordination. Kanu could not sustain the momentum of that struggle. IPOB became a threat to the political gladiators in the Southeast, and if he had continued in the way he was relying the youth, he would have taken over the government of the Southeast states. I generally believe that leaders of the region should take responsibility for the fate of Kanu. Initially, when Sunday Igboho and others started the Yoruba Nation agenda, people thought it was a noble initiative. So, as long as it remained peaceful and law-abiding, but once it became apparent that it was translating into a separatist movement, prominent leaders within the Southwest rose in condemnation of such an agenda, and when it became necessary to tame the monster, the relevant authorities moved swiftly to nip it in the bud. So the other side of the Kanu agenda is failure of governance. Until the reign of Engineer Dave Umahi in Ebonyi State, and lately Dr. Alex Oti in Abia State, Southeast Nigeria has not witnessed commensurate development from the governors. And apart from the trumpet second Niger bridge, the federal government itself has not stamped its presence in the region, in the area of infrastructure and general development. So IPOB grew to fill up the vacuum created by non-performance by the Southeast governors and the deliberate marginalization of the Igbos by the federal government. That said, every political agitation requires a political solution. The people of the Southwest enjoyed the support of Nigerians against the annulment of the June 12th election. leading to mass protests and peaceful agitations for many years. This would lead to some kind of secession within the political class in 1998, when the Nigerians unanimously zoned the presidency to the southwest, leading to the emergence of General Olusegun Obasanjo. So, guys, what's this Nigerian son, okay, is trying to say in name? This son in name, I know many of you know him. Now, Adegboruwa is a son, a well-known lawyer. He said the Nnamdi Kanu, agitations, was because the Southeasterners were marginalized. That was what brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the lack of the Igbo leaders, okay, the lack of Igbo leaders not speaking, and all that. And then they see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a threat. And even right now, Nnamdi Kanu still in DSS custody is the Igbo leaders. So what majority of Nigerians are saying that Igbo leaders are the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are not far from the truth. This is really very sad. So guys, at the drop and for here, make una drop una comment below the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share this video, make it go viral, so that Nigerians could understand what they happen today in the Nigerian political landscape. Thank you and bye for now.